is a name that I can trust because I grew up with Duraflame. I know that a fireplace is a warm and wonderful and cozy and sometimes a very kind of romantic thing to have. But it's messy and it's expensive, and then you want to try to convert it to gas, and that's a whole new, can of worms you don't want to be opening. Well, I love my buddy Joe Murray. Just found out that we also share a mutual love of Halloween. I will be crashing his party next week, by the way.
Nice.
And this is brand new, upgraded from the one that you and I had on last year.
That's
and
right.
Flew out the door and I never saw again. I don't know
exactly
what happened to it. You made it even better. And guess what? We are not sitting in front of a real fire. We are sitting in front of Duraflame's infrared log set heater. Last year the version flew out completely. This year's version is even better, and you don't need a fireplace to put this in because anywhere in the home you can create the coolest effect ever, but you can also keep warm.
You certainly can. And again, the theory of using zone heating to be able to save money is absolutely been so important for the past 3 years because it's been really cold. So instead of turning the heating system on to heat the entire house at a temperature that you want to be comfortable at, which is going to use a lot of fuel, heat the room that you're in. Do that by using one of the Duraflame heaters. This one right here is totally different from last year's. This one is upgraded significantly. It has the LED Spectrifier light bed, and it has the infrared heating technology.
And I said, okay, now Joe, you're making a big fuss about that.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know me, I'm just all about the pretty and you're all about the science. And I said, so why is that a big deal? And then when you told me, I was like, whoa. So Joe's gonna tell you why the infrared heat makes such a big upgrade difference.
What the difference is between this one and last year's model, last year it would heat up to, add 6 degrees up to a 400 square foot room. This, with the infrared technology, will add that same 6 degrees up to 1,000 square feet, which is 2.5 times the size from last year. And this is not going to impact the humidity in your room.
Wow.
So
big deal.
It's a huge deal. And this will be able to do all of this at less than 25 cents an hour. And you get the beautiful look of the ember bed. Here's where the infrared heat is going to be coming out right here at the bottom.
And then right in front of that is going to be your dog
That's
or your
exactly
cat
right.
or your toes. You're going to love it.
And you can see here that it's cool to the touch. I'm putting my hands all over it, same as always, cool to the touch. But with the LED Spectrifier technology, look at the flame effect on the wall behind it.
That is so cool.
So if you take a look at this, I mean, this is how it would look in a fireplace, assuming you're going to use it there. And by the way, if you do put it in a fireplace, you've just increased the efficiency of your fireplace significantly because you can close the flue,
right,
and all of the heat will come into your room,
right,
instead of going up the chimney.
And there's a really cool thing here. If you say, but I don't have a cord within 6 feet or an outlet within 6 feet of my fireplace, there is a complement on QVC.com, which is a 13-foot cord that you can purchase separately. So if you do need to extend this past the 6-foot cord that this comes with, this is made to go with the unit. It's the correct
Everything is exactly right for it.
And that's a separate purchase at QVC.com.
Correct.
If you need another 13 feet.
Right, and this comes in black and white, so you have a choice of colors right there. But again, the big story is the LED Spectrifier technology and the infrared heat.
Should we talk about colors too?
There are 2 different colors.
Because there's 2 colors, and I don't remember having that last year either.
No,
so
not in this model, no.
Infrared technology, big upgrade in color. So the one that we have right here is the split oak.
This is the split oak, that's correct. And the one that is right next to you.
Okay, it's so funny because we have white birches outside our bedroom window.
Right.
You can see them, and then that's that gorgeous white oak. I have a painting that's on the wall that's a cardinal sitting on white oak branches. So
Very
I'm
nice.
just thinking, and I said, okay, so Joe, what if I don't have a fireplace? I want to keep the bedroom warm. Even tonight, our heater hasn't been tuned up yet.
Right.
But it's going to be 30 degrees when I drive home.
You are correct.
Can I put it someplace else in the house?
You put it right on your dresser.
On the dresser.
Put it on the dresser
In the
so
bedroom.
that it's reflecting off of the back wall.
Yeah, look
You'll
right
have
here.
the look of the fireplace. You have the ember bed. It's cool to the touch. And you can put this anywhere. We've had people put them in bookcases. Any place they want to have that look of the fireplace. And they can just sit there and just enjoy the ambiance of the enhanced ember bed.
Right.
And the heat from the infrared heating system, again, which is not going to take the humidity out of your room, which is a really big deal this time of year.
No, it certainly is, because when you think about the many, many people that have bought Duraflame, it's so funny because our host lounge is part of the Arctic Circle, I'm convinced. And even in the middle of summer, if Rachel Bosing's in the building right now, she's laughing because she and I always sit next to each other. We have a different design, but we have a Duraflame heater in the host lounge that basically gets used 365 days out of the year because it's always so cold in there.
It's always
and
cold.
So, like you said, this is heating the room, and our heating system isn't tuned up yet. We don't really want to turn it on full blast until they come out and say, okay, you're good for the season.
Absolutely.
Plug this in, have this in Florida, have a fireplace in any room in your house, and yet be efficiently warming the room.
The installation on this, let's talk about that just for a second. You take it out of the box, you plug it in. That's it, you're done. That's it, okay?
Done.
That's it, done.
And
Nothing-
how about no carton in the logs, no having your chimney serviced every year, walking by a gas fireplace and going, do I smell gas there?
Right.
Like, what's that? No worries anymore. No,
Well,
no hassle.
Well, we had this exact story that you had said earlier. We had the regular log burning fireplace at home. We converted it to gas because that'd be much easier, plus not worrying about bringing critters in when you bring the wood in. That lasted about
Had
a
that
year.
happen? Had critters come in? Oh, yeah.
So that lasted about a year, and then we went to the Duraflame products, and the gas heat, the system's gone. We have
Right.
the Duraflame logs in the fireplace in our house. It works perfectly, and again, the ability to add that 6 degrees to that 1,000 square foot, which is 2.5 times what the normal heaters will do,
Right.
without impacting the humidity for less than 25 cents an hour, is absolutely incredible.
And an upgrade from last year that's still $21.64 on Easy Pay, because this is a flash sale. Everything
Yes.
is on 4 or more, but more does not mean 7 easy payments because we stop at 6.
6 is
and
good.
so this is the best, 6 is good. This is the best Easy Pay you're gonna get. It's brand new, and we were together last year when a really great version was here.
Yes.
This one's better. I can come over, I can touch the logs. I'd never be able to do that on a gas fireplace or a traditional fireplace. This part is cool. The heat comes down here, and you're gonna feel that heat coming out.
Absolutely.
And you're gonna see that beautiful warmth. But if somebody comes over and does this, not a worry.
And by the way, it does come with a remote control where you can control all of the functions of the heating system up to 20 feet away. So it does all of that. And again, think about this. You wake up in the morning, it's chilly. You wake up in the morning, I'm gonna hit the remote control for the Duraflame and turn the heater on and hit my snooze alarm for 10 minutes. And I'm gonna wake up to a very warm room, very comfortable. That's what I'm gonna
toasty.
do.
Right.
And when you go home at night, when you sit down in your lazy boy chair that you picked up from QVC, boom, turn on the fireplace. Just think of this. A lot of people, when they sit in those chairs, fall asleep for some reason. I don't understand, but they fall asleep. You can't do that with a regular fire.
Right.
You can do that with the Duraflame. You can
Right.
fall asleep in your bedroom with the Duraflame while it's sitting on your dresser.
And even though we were putting it, now this is I don't know if we still sell these on QVC.com, but we used to do a lot of these, just like
Right.
those pieces of furniture that look like a fireplace. My brother-in-law Jay could build anything. He could just do a little bit of molding on a wall
Right.
and put it in there, but you don't have to. Over here next to me, we just put it in front of a white table. So I love Joe Murray's idea. If you'd like a fireplace in your bedroom, put it on the dresser. It does not have to just go in the fireplace. And if you're someone that takes those like pretty candles and you light them in your fireplace because
right.
they look pretty,
Right.
but they do absolutely nothing to warm the room, you need this because this is smart. I wish we just had a number all together of how many QVC customers have embraced the Duraflame name.
I can give you that number if you want it.
Yeah, I want it.
900,000.
900,000. And I love when we hear it from the woman in Florida who says, you know, I grew up in Maine, I miss my fireplace, and I've got a couple questions, Joe.
Sure.
Can I do the light without the heat? Can
You
I do the heat without the light?
Absolutely yes, to both questions. You can run this without the heat, having the light effect on, or you can run it, with the heat, turn the
Right.
lights off. It's not a problem, and it's all controlled from the remote control. So if you wanted to reduce down the flame effect, you would just reduce it down.
Wow.
There it goes.
See, I'm a fireplace girl, and I have to say, in the one room, it is just the gas-powered fireplace, and I always want to have it on for parties. The problem is it gets too hot.
Yes.
Because people are there, and I'm cooking, and all of a sudden, we're opening the doors, and my husband goes over and he turns off the fireplace, and then you lose the ambiance. So if it gets warm enough, you could turn the heat off and just have this beautiful illumination.
Well, how about we help you with that one? Because
Okay.
on the side of the heater is a control. It's a thermostat control.
Brilliant.
So you can actually turn the thermostat to where you're comfortable with the temperature. Once it reaches that temperature, it will shut the heating system off.
Oh, it's so
when
smart.
it goes down in temperature, the heating system will come back on. So it'll maintain whatever you want it to be in the room, because a lot of people like yourself, you had to go turn the darn thing off.
Right.
So you don't have to do that.
Right.
It'll do it automatically.
And if it dawns 75 degrees on Christmas Day, and sometimes that happens, and you say, oh, I wanted my fire,
Right.
You can use the lighting without the heat. Brand new for 2015, upgraded beautifully, on the best easy pay that we do, and I think they took my chocolate, but if you hang out for 14 minutes, I'll give you some.
And by the way, that one with the book, that's a book I could get into. Wow.
I like the way he reads.
Oh,
love you,
absolutely.
buddy.
Thank you.
So I just want to remind you guys, oh wait, I think there is one piece left for Joe Murray. Here you go, buddy. I'm tossing him the chocolate. There you go. One
Thank you
more,
so
one
much.
last
All right,
piece.
thank
okay.
you.
I have a little update or something. I don't know. What am I doing? In the one time only, the Dyson, we have 150 remaining. So it basically is a race to the end of the day. We started with 2,500. We'll either